That'll be animated.
All right, welcome to Classic Chatters edition of Zombie Survival Guide.
What's up?
Hello.
I'm here it's Britt with Austin, J-Rod, and Joey, and we're gonna give you our zombie survival guide.
Oh yeah.
All right, first we're gonna start with I want to hear everyone's best zombie impression. So who wants to go first?
Go ahead, J-Rod.
I'll go first.
That was good. That was
pretty good.
I've been training for this my whole life. Go ahead, guys.
All right.
Austin, you're up, man.
You sound like Brandon throwing up.
And with us today, we have Jim Barber.
All right, Joey, what you got?
I don't know. I don't know. Like just like.
It's like a bear.
Watch out, Frankenstein's in the building.
Okay.
All right, Britt.
I feel like watching everyone make this is so much better.
Oh,
than the
that's horrible.
ones.
We all lock in, our eyes get all big. We got major issues going on here.
Okay. Anyway, starting off with some funny stuff. But, guys, what is the worst zombie movie you have ever watched? Not best, worst zombie movie ever.
I'm going to start this up. Alright, so there was a movie called The White Zombie. It came out in 1932.
What?
Based on this scientist in India who fell in love with this girl and turned her into a zombie so she could live forever. And, then another girl got jealous and there was, a big battle scene, but it was awful.
Intense.
What made you watch that?
I googled it this morning. I didn't actually watch it.
Joey, worst zombie movie you've ever seen?
Warm bodies.
Warm Bodies.
See, I never saw that, but it looks stupid.
Dumb. Zombies don't fall in love. They just rip your face off.
Yeah. I'm going to say mine is Shaun of the Living Dead. When he's literally playing video games with zombies.
Yeah, but that's a stupid funny.
No, it is. But it was totally stupid. But I actually enjoyed it. But it was,
that's one of my favorites.
But it was,
because you could say that, I like Zombieland, but that was like a...
Zombieland was good, though.
No, it was, but...
Yeah, Shaun of the Living Dead, I mean, come on. Dumb.
Okay, mine was definitely, I just watched it. It was on Netflix. It came out last year, I think, but I watched it 2 days ago, coincidentally. It's called Ravenous. The whole movie is in French, first of all. So I had to watch with American subtitles. American English. But, yeah, and it's this little girl. They find this little girl, but it's 10 different people. You're trying to follow this story. Zombies, they carry these chairs everywhere and stack them. It's super weird. And they yell before they come to kill you. It's freaking weird. It was
dumb.
Austin watched some of it.
I can't think of the names of them, but Sci-Fi with their D-list movies that they were
This was a D-list sci-fi movie.
Yeah, you didn't even get to see the killings. They would just show a girl swinging. She's just swinging a machete, and all of a sudden you
There's
just see
blood everywhere, but you don't see anything.
It was horrible.
Or when they're CGI, it's so bad.
$1,000 budget,
yeah.
guys. So
okay, well, since we used the Walking Dead intro for our podcast today, what is everyone's favorite Walking Dead character and why? Austin, why don't you start?
All right, I'm going to start this one off. Guys, listen. I've been a Glenn fan since day one. R.I.P. Listen, that death, I almost had to stop watching the show because it was too much. His eyeball popping out, looking at you. Glenn was the man. He was awesome. His favorite character. I miss him. R.I.P. Glenn.
It was so sad. It was really sad when he died. I was in shock, I think, for a week about it.
Who do you guys like?
Negan.
You would like Negan.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just, he's a bad dude. Baseball bat, barbed wire.
I like Negan. I just hate that he's the anti-character of like the group that we all love.
Like that they want us to.
He's
love,
just
yeah.
he's just cracking skulls. You know, he just
Literally.
doesn't mess around.
Let's just talk about Negan for a second. Is he a bad guy, or is he a good guy that's doing things that are different to normal society? Because he said himself last night in the episode that he's trying to save these people by scaring them so that he joins their group. Think of all these people. He doesn't kill people unless you do something stupid, like you're a scientist. He will throw you in the fire for doing dumb things. He will brand your face, but if you do his job and you do things that he wants you to do, you can join his team and everything's
You'll
good.
be
They got
safe.
warm meals. They got all the weapons they want. And then, I'm with Negan. He's not my favorite, but I'm with him.
I mean, I think the whole thing is that the Walking Dead wants you to be conflicted between like which group you're actually supposed to like. Like, is Rick's group maybe a bad group that we've just been following since the beginning? I don't think so. And then Negan's group is like the actual how society should be in that.
Well, so right now,
setting.
definitely what's happening is with Carl just passing away, he wants there to be peace amongst everybody. So the whole issue with the show right now is Rick isn't accepting new people, which makes him look like the bad guy, where Negan is saying out loud in the show that he's saving people. So the writers are doing a good job.
Do you think Rick is turning into the governor?
I think the show we may eventually be watching through Negan's team. Like we might all like Rick. If Rick dies, the show may be led by Negan.
Well, it's one of those things. Once someone gets too much power, it could go to their head, and it could be blinded by what what they think is actually right.
The Rick-tatorship part 2.
It's back.
It's back.
No, the thing is, I don't think Rick's a bad guy or a bad person. I think he's not a good leader. Because too many things have happened to him. But then again, if we were in that same state, your son dies, your wife dies. All he has left is a daughter that he has to raise.
That's not even
Michonne
his.
too. Yeah.
Judith.
That's arguably not even his.
Yeah.
Had to kill his best friend. I mean, I don't know. Like, you look at Jardis last night, you had to watch your entire team die.
Here's my thing. Everybody on this show has lost a lot, so I don't have sympathy towards one person for losing anything on the show. But they're doing a good job at making us want to like Negan and want to turn on Rick. They're doing a good job.
I just think if Carl can't bring peace after he's like passed, there's no going back.
Yeah,
Like
it's
if
war.
Carl couldn't do it, it's going to be one side wins.
Yeah.
Because no one's going back. Maggie's out here killing people from the Saviors and sending them in
Sending
boxes.
them to Negan.
So like,
Well, let's talk about this real quick. What if who is it? We'll say Negan or what's the other guy's name? Rick. What if one of them just wins? Okay, and it's just their side. Like, you don't think there's going to be distension within their group then too?
I think once Negan
I
gets
think what you're
killed, their
seeing
group
is you're
swaps.
seeing like the food chain or like where the strongest survives is literally what the concept is.
Yeah, and then the show and the writers are going to have to figure out what to do next because they have to keep people interested. I still think it ends with Maggie ruling all, but hey, right now, let Rick and Negan just tear each other apart and do what happens.
Because I think if you look at today's society, the only reason it doesn't really happen is because we have some sense of order. And
We
if
need
that
order.
goes out of whack,
I mean, Negan was trying to create order. He was trying to be the top dog and then have these other communities participate with his community, which I don't think is the wrong way to go.
Right.
I just think maybe he was a little too aggressive, just for a lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Not that Rick hasn't been aggressive, but when they've brought people in, it's been more of like a friendship
right.
than like a you're going to do this now because we're in charge.
I think it shows that you need organization. There has to be.
I agree.
You can't have a full-on democratic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you got to have order. You have to have order, people. I mean, you have to have rules. You need to abide by them. And if everyone does the rules the right way and everyone puts in the equal amount of effort, things should be easy. Where Negan's wrong is you can't just go killing people.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
He's like the Putin.
Well,
like
he
that.
only kills specific people, though.
No,
you
when he got
notice?
mad
He
at
makes a
Simon
point.
last night because he told him not to kill other people because he
But
wants order. It just
Simon,
happens.
they don't know that Simon killed everyone.
Yeah, they don't know yet.
Also, we should
Yeah.
put a spoiler alert in the beginning of this. If you have not watched the
gonna
Walking
be
Dead
huge.
episode,
Yeah, you're done.
we're sorry.
Yeah.
Carl is dead.
Carl's dead, and Simon killed an entire
might
group.
be dead when Negan finds out.
Negan may have to fight someone other than Rick I'm just gonna say that real soon.
But yeah, I mean, I guess we can continue to talk about The
we
Walking
were
Dead in
talking
a
about
minute.
favorite characters.
Yeah, but did we pick everyone's fit? No, we didn't.
No,
we got in a tangent.
to one.
We need J-Rod
Okay.
and Britt. J-Rod and Britt.
Okay,
I
Jared,
actually have a few. Going back to the beginning, T-Dog was my man.
He
was
was
just
your
there.
man.
He was cool. I just... Never mind, I'm not going to say that. I like characters like that. And, other
he
than
had
that...
soul.
I was going to say I like big black dudes, but I don't like that. That just happened. That's why I didn't want to say it.
J-Rod.
But we're here, and I said it, and that just happened.
Oh my god.
But hey, on the other contrary, Maggie's definitely my favorite because I like pretty women as well. And she's a great leader. She's killing people and sending them to Negan's group. Spoiler alert as well. Even though, alright, so let's talk about that. Why didn't she just put a bomb in that case? Since they just took a box right into the thing, she could have put a
but
bomb
the zombie
in there.
could have
Because
moved it.
They don't have electronics to set up an exact long
But it-
thing.
And she's
Maggie's
just
just
sending
smart.
a message. She doesn't want to kill more people than is necessary.
All of their bombs right now are straight up, like, man-made. Like, they're going to go off on, like, quick.
Gunpowder.
Yeah, that's not...
Well,
like
they
it's-
had that dynamite they used, but they used it on that Walker herd.
This isn't the M&M commercial where they have 10 seconds to detonate it before they all blow up.
Okay, my favorite character is obviously Daryl. For one, obvious reasons. He was, very attractive in the beginning of the show. Can't say so much now. He looks a little grungy to me. But, no, Daryl's a badass. I also, my second pick, or if I had to pick one boy and one girl, would be Michonne, because she is so awesome with that sword. Like, let's be real.
Slaying
Anytime
it.
she gets her sword out, everyone's like, yes.
It always makes that sword noise whenever you put out, like, shing, shing.
But, like, the sword is, like, the best weapon. You don't have to reload it. There's no ammo. It's quiet. It's literally so
As long
perfect.
as it stays sharp, you're good.
Yeah. But getting into our zombie survival guide. So, we have some questions. I'm going to start with the first question. Where are you going to live? So, in the apocalypse, let's say zombie apocalypse world, you don't want to live somewhere that's super populated. So, like, the metropolitan areas are not a good choice.
We are in a horrible area. You don't want to live here in the Mid-Atlantic.
Delaware
Lewis
is a
isn't the
terrible
best
area.
for a zombie.
Especially in July, as we all know.
Yeah.
That
But
just
me
happened.
personally, I would try to go somewhere that's either mountainous, like maybe like West Virginia or something like that.
Take
Or
John Ray with you.
if I can make it the whole way to Nebraska, low population, high gun rate, that's what I'm trying to get to.
My only issue with the mountains is you're going to have cold winters, so you better be able to stay warm, or you'll freeze to death. I'm personally, you need a water source, and you need not so warm summers and not so cold winters. So, I think the Midwest. I think Oklahoma, Kansas, out there. I'm going to go opposite of the mountains.
Because the tornadoes would take care of most of the zombies.
Exactly. Yeah. No, think about it. That's
Wait, what if
it's
because it's an apocalypse Sharknado?
Zombie-nado!
So yeah, I
Hey,
think
sci-fi, if you're listening, zombie NATO, it's going to suck.
so. I think I'm going to the Midwest. I don't know where you guys are going. I think I'm going to the Midwest though.
I'm going to stay right here in Lewis, but what I'm going to do is there's a nice snazzy houseboat right in Lewis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, I'm going to undock it, and we're just going to hang out there in the middle of the angle of whatever there, right by the canal, because it's about 16 feet deep. I'm assuming zombies can't swim.
You're assuming.
And we'd be right there, and then I'd just be close enough that I could swim to shore in the summers and just make it happen in the winters, I guess.
Make it
You
happen.
could go fishing. There's your source.
Oh.
I'm going to say the Smoky Mountains.
See, I wasn't too far off of West Virginia.
Well, they're in North Carolina, right?
No, those are Kentucky.
Oh, damn.
You-
What's in North Carolina?
I don't know.
Yeah,
probably
Appalachian?
Appalachian.
No. But what's in whatever the mountains are in North Carolina? Yeah. No. Because here's where I'm going to go. With
So he's like, I want to take care of the golf course.
No. Like I'm going to say there because as being in the mountains, it doesn't get as hot in the summertime. In wintertime, yeah, you get some snow, but like there's a lot of like streams and rivers up there.
Air's different.
It's mountainous terrain. You probably find like a cave or something like that, and
maybe the game commission will restock the streams.
yeah. Well, no. That's why you do the rivers.
Yeah.
You got, bluegills and a bunch
Yeah.
of, you got to figure out how to wild berries. It'd be like what's that show on Discovery Channel? The Live Free. What's that one?
Live Free. I'm not sure which one.
Is it the Live Free or Die?
Like the movie Live Free or Die Hard?
No.
Get Afraid?
No, yeah, something like that.
Little people, big world.
Okay, so let's say worst case scenario, we're all trapped in Lewis, Delaware. We were at work, so clearly we're doing a podcast during the apocalypse. What's our plan? How are we going to save ourselves in this clubhouse?
Oh,
We need fire, right?
we need fire. You need to have fire.
All right, we have gasoline.
We have gasoline. Here's what you need to do. A, we need to border up all these windows and doors in here because glass is not a good thing for the apocalypse.
True.
Glass will not stop them. So, we're going to board that up. Thank goodness we have a shop out here. We got plenty of wood. Second, we need to be able to get upstairs because you need to have a bird eye view to be able to see what's coming, whether it's other people or zombies. So, we're probably going to remove the stairwell
We gotta take down the staircase.
Yeah, cut the staircase off with a chainsaw.
and get a fireman pole.
We have a fire ladder.
True.
Or like a drop-down ladder.
Get a
We have a
fireman
drop-down
pole.
ladder.
Get a pole, baby.
Let's just call Lewis
And
and
we're-
ask if we can get theirs.
We're going to cut a hole in the ceiling to be able to get into the clubhouse after we board it up because, no one can get in after that.
We're going to call and get our diesel fuel filled before
Yeah.
the apocalypse. We're going to get it filled.
I don't think you can burn it.
Sure.
It
So
would
we're going to
stink
call
to
gas.
heavens.
Yeah, no, I think you need to actually get gasoline.
Get gasoline, yeah. Do that. We got a lot of shovels, rakes. I wouldn't want to go in hand combat with us because we can make spears out
Yo,
the
we can
wazoo.
do whatever. We got
weapons.
we got pickaxes.
I say we're going to need a rope.
Yeah.
We have
because
rope.
We need to attach from here to those townhomes.
Yeah, we need
So,
to take over the
Wait,
the
we
continent.
need a grappling hook.
No, yeah. Like
we can make a
something.
grappling hook.
Call Braun Strowman.
We
We
have-
can throw it anywhere.
Yeah.
We have the resources.
We have resources.
We do.
If we can think it, we can build it.
Bob
If it's
the
not
Builder,
right,
right?
we did something. Listen, and then we have the pond for a water source. So, I mean,
Slash
we have
fish.
We have some things, a couple fish.
Yeah, but you have a water source here.
Sure, we do have a well. Yeah, you want your own well. Yeah, that's
The only thing that's going to suck.
We don't have a well in case this is an apocalypse. Don't come to us. We're not going to help
Yeah.
you.
Well, no, I guess.
Right, just kidding.
I guess if the power.
Public.
I guess if the power goes out, though, that would be an issue. You have to figure out how to.
Well, I would assume that there's no power, but couldn't we
Okay.
just I don't know. Can't you get in there? Can't you get down in the well?
We need some form of like a.
Do we need a
manual,
Pump?
Yeah,
Do we have a pump?
we have a pump that runs on gas, but it's noisy, and it would only last for
Oh.
so
Yeah, we
long.
don't
The
make
noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so we would need something like handheld, which you could get at Shorts Marine.
Well,
but-
that's why we have to make sure the Big Daddy and Big John's here, so we have one MacGyver to whip something up like this. You need a MacGyver. That's what you need in your group.
True. Okay. So next question: who do you want on your zombie apocalypse team?
draft day.
It's if you had to be stuck in the apocalypse with people, who would you most likely want to be stuck with? That you feel would benefit you and the group that you are with. Let's say none of us are together, or
Definitely
that
somebody
some of us
that's-
are
So
together.
do we have to? Is this like an island? Like, are we on the island still, or are we
No,
picking someone
no,
amongst all
no.
of us?
No, just if you happen to be stuck in the apocalypse with someone, who would you want to be stuck with?
So it's only one person.
It can be more than one. It could be a group, but
So you need youth. You need someone that's healthy, someone that's younger.
Could it be fictitious?
no.
Damn, I was going to say the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, I think.
No, definitely can't be fictitious then.
I want Negan with me.
I think you need somebody who can hunt, someone who can provide for themselves, who's good-hearted, and I think I'd probably Joey. I'd probably have one Joey.
Oh,
I'm taking Brucey.
Oh, Brucey's a good.
He is a
pick,
good
too.
one.
Go ahead.
He's
you
very
might,
quiet.
You might as well
Yeah.
take the other brother, Britt.
use him as bait.
Brandon, I love you, but I don't think I would take you on my zombie apocalypse team. I don't think I could do it. I mean, obviously, clearly, as a group, the four of us are solid. We have different traits that would help us in all aspects, but I don't know. Who would I want to be stuck with? I don't know. Someone who can hunt, because I can't really hunt very well. So, I mean, I would take anyone who can hunt, honestly.
Hunting's not hard.
I'll take Big John.
It's a good pick.
choice.
It's a safe pick. Yeah, Big John's solid. So Joey, you're the only one left. Who, if you had somebody to be with,
Just one person?
One or a group.
or just somebody.
No. I already got it. One person. It's Brandon, and I'm having him run. All right? And they're gonna follow him.
You're gonna have him wearing like bells and stuff.
No, we're gonna go to the store. And we're just gonna get all this meat and just pack it on them and stuff. And I'm just going, listen, this is you just gotta run.
I'm sorry about this.
Yeah.
As you're just sitting back there, I will survive.
Yeah, no, because what he'll do is he'll take them one way, and I'm gonna go the opposite direction.
Oh,
That
Brandon.
works.
I love you, Brandon.
Okay, so next question. If you were in a group of people, let's say you were like Rick's group or whatever, would you be accepting of new people? Would you want to try to find people to make your group larger? Or would you be exclusive and not let people join your group?
I'm gonna go first. Depends on their skills.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you determine how you would bring someone in?
Well,
Skills test.
if I see somebody out there and like I see somebody and they're fighting zombies and they're like Jackie Channing, hey, you're part of my team,
But if they're crying, just let them go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is a tough question because I think your humanity, you need to be accepting of people.
Absolutely.
I'm a God-fearing man, so I would want to be the best person I could be, even in this circumstance. But at the same time, if I had to bring in somebody that would ruin things, would jeopardize my survival, probably not. But how do you figure that out? That's a tough question. Do you just quiz them? Do you put them through some kind of training? Do you need
Ninja
to
Warrior training.
You need to figure out. Okay, here's how you need to figure out your group, what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and if this person can help fill a void in your weakness, whether they know medicines, whether they can hunt, whether they can negotiate, whatever, you need to accept them. But I also don't think I could turn people away. So this would be a very tough situation.
I would do it similar to like a baseball team. You have your different positions, and so you need a doctor, you need a hunter, you need somebody that, I don't know, can find food.
A leader.
Whatever.
A leader.
Not me. We got to find
You need
that.
you need your labor though, because you're always going to have to do labor stuff.
So I'd keep my group. It wouldn't be exclusive. I guess it'd be exclusive to a certain amount of people, but I'd also keep strict standards. Where as soon as you break the rules or whatever, you're dead. Or you're
But
gone.
what if your doctor dies though, and then you just turned away a doctor 3 months ago? What are you going to do?
True.
You need baseball. You need a depth chart. You need big. You know what I mean? It's kind of.
Are you just gonna call that doctor up?
Yeah. Actually, what you need to do, guys, is you need to create a scout team, and you need to have guys who go out and recruit people for your group.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I do like about Rick's group is they'll kind of spy on somebody and see if they're even worth even talking to.
I think far away observation is definitely beneficial. I wouldn't be exclusive because the more people you have, the stronger you are against zombies. But clearly, if they're a good fighter, it could go either way. If they're a good fighter, they're either going to want to be on their own and just fight because they're crazy, maybe. You got to figure out if they're crazy or not first.
You got to see if you can even.
You don't
work
want
with
them to be like Morgan and be going off the deep end every season.
Yeah.
But after he comes back, I must clear.
Everybody dies.
But if it's someone like Carol, who is really good at hiding in the background and you not noticing her, you would have to be able to try to figure out if
She's your silent assassin.
if you could get someone like her or her herself.
But she can cook. She has many good qualities about her.
hmm But also her qualities have been her weakness because
She's-
she cares too much that then she starts killing
She
people.
adapted. She grew into the current situation. She's built to survive now. In the beginning, she wasn't. Which that's another thing too. Maybe your first impression of these people that we're trying to let in our group, maybe at first we're like, they can't do nothing. But maybe a year down the road, maybe they just became something that we never imagined they would have.
Let me piggyback off of this though. Now, I love World War Z. Okay, and in that movie, the zombies didn't attack people that had a disease.
That had terminal, yeah.
So I think it all depends on what type of zombies you're fighting there.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I'm
totally.
really hoping that it's going to be Walking Dead zombies out of all of them.
Oh yeah. No,
Listen,
no.
They're the
Agreed.
easiest.
Listen, guys, I'm just going to come out and say this. If the zombies can run, we're all dead. Don't worry about anything in this guide we're teaching you.
Yeah.
Just hide and
become safe.
Become
safe.
Yeah, because honestly,
welcome.
because if they can
There
run,
is a God, and He loves you.
yes, yeah, because if they can run, we're all screwed. So
Like
if they can
World
think
War
for
Z,
themselves.
like they can all think they can think collectively, and like they built over that wall like together.
They were like
and
ants.
That was
they
too much.
Yeah.
That was way too
if
much.
they can think and run, we're screwed. So don't worry about it. Just pray and
Okay,
be the
moving
best.
on to the next one. So a lot of us would try to accept new people, but you have to be selective.
I would accept new people.
Okay. What is the best item you could have on you at all times that is not a weapon
That's a good one.
in the apocalypse? Now, something I thought of instantly is a compass, because you got to be able to find your way around. There's no GPS. There's no Google Maps. Like,
Eventually,
you could use the sun, and you could learn your way around the area that you're
Yeah,
at.
but that's tough.
But a compass is...
As the days and years and months and stuff go by, you need to keep exploring further and further out. So you need to always be able to get back. So yeah, the compass is a pretty good one. I think for myself, just health-wise, how we're made, I think you need to be able to have something. You need to carry water. You need to be able to have filtered, drinkable water at all times, or you'll pass out. Or you need water. So I think I'm, not excluding a weapon. I'm having some source of water on me at all times.
They sell a zombie repellent soap. No, I'm serious. If you Google it, it's a thing.
Oh my god.
I believe it.
So you're going to take that?
Yeah, it's like high in magnesium or something, which zombies apparently don't like. So
Maybe it makes you smell like you're dead. So they don't
J-Rod's going to
notice.
just take showers in the apocalypse.
I'm gonna be clean as can be.
I think I'm going to do just a limestone.
A limestone?
Because A, you could use it as a weapon. B, if I'm correct, it could be wrong. I was trying to look this up real quick, but I think you can use it to filter out water. And
Oh,
things-
because if you mean, are you taking like a chunk of rock or like
yeah.
this big?
Listen,
Is it pocket
it's
size?
probably the size of your iPhone. Depending, I'd have to do more research on
Okay.
it. But as of right now, if you guys were like, "Hey, I want you to take one thing,"
Bash heads and drink some high quality H2O.
Well, no,
Yeah, but you wouldn't
no.
want to use the same thing to bash heads as you would.
well, I mean, could you just fire it? Like burn it off, like all the dead.
I'm not sure. It probably,
Yeah,
it
no,
probably
no.
depends.
Yeah, there's a lot of but I'm just thinking something like that. But yeah, it's
It's not bad. It's a different idea.
yeah.
It's a
I'm just
different
trying
one.
to think out of the box. I'd have to.
This is weird. So out of the box. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Okay, so that's our best non-weapon. So we had a compass, a water source of some kind, a zombie repellent, and limestone. Okay.
Hashtag American Classic.
Yes.
Here we
Hashtag
are
classic
here.
chatter. Don't forget, hashtag chit chat with the classic. We'll talk with you. What would be the best weapon for you personally?
Smith & Wesson 357.
Man, that was very specific.
All right, Joey's gunslinging.
A solar-powered chainsaw.
That's actually pretty.
Because you
smart.
have to run it on gas, which is annoying with chainsaws.
But
you're
it's
just-
still going to be really loud.
It will be loud.
Well, then I'd go with a nail gun.
Not as loud,
Never
but-
mind, you have to run an air compressor
Yeah.
to it, so we wouldn't be doing that. Unless it's on wheels.
J-Rod's going to be, he's going to be clean in the apocalypse.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Yeah, just kidding. The apocalypse isn't happening. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. So back to the weapons. Austin, you're up. What is the best weapon for you personally?
Personally, as a golf pro, I tend to have a pretty good swing, so I'm going to go with something that's not mechanical. Machine. I don't know how to clean a gun, put it together, so I'm not going to take the baseball bat with the barbed wire, but I have it. I don't know, what's the pickaxe out there?
Pickaxe.
That could
Pick.
be, yeah. So I mean, that could be huge. A little heavy after a while, but maybe something with my clubs.
We'll build up your arms after
Might-
staying there for a while.
I might do something with the clubs. Sharpen them up. I'm swinging something. I'm just going to be clobbering skulls all day.
Get a hammer.
So hammers could work. So
I would definitely go with the sword. It's like the ultimate.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you have a katana, you're the best. Double edge is even better, but that might get a little extra for me personally.
yeah, I'm going with
I would have
nunchucks.
one side sword, but
Ninja stars.
You know there's going to be that one guy in the apocalypse who has all this weird shit in his basement.
Yeah.
Who's like, I can finally use this.
That's the friend you need to find.
Those are who we need. Yeah, exactly.
All right, and let's see. Next question, and this is a tough one. Would you want to be the leader of a group or not? And why? I personally... I wouldn't want to be the leader, but I somehow feel like I would fall into that role for lack of people wanting to do it. Because, I mean, you have all the blame on you. You have to make sure people are fed. You have to make sure you have water, supplies. Like, it's a tough job, and I can understand why people would not want to do it, but I think, someone always has to step up and be that person.
Yeah, I'm going to be a leader. I think at the end of the day, you either lead or you are led. And I don't do good with being told what to do, so I think...
or you're by yourself.
So I think I would be a leader, and I would do the best by the group. I honestly would put a lot of the group first, but I'm going to make sure that I survive. So, but I think I would be a leader.
I definitely would not be a leader. I'm a grunt man. I like to do it, tell what to do. So.
Okay.
I'm a loner.
Joey's gonna be by himself in the woods.
Yeah.
After Brandon gets eaten.
Yeah, after Brandon's gone, you're gonna be alone.
Oh,
It's like Daryl and Merle, except not.
Not as good.
And I mean, if people then choose to follow me, it's whatever. But I'll just be honest with them. Be upfront. Be like, look, I'm not here to babysit you.
Yeah.
I can't.
So actually, I'm not gonna have Joey as the one person.
I think
because he'll make me run.
I mean, if you were in a group where you had to have a sole leader, like, that's a lot harder. But I mean, a council, I feel, is like the best way to go. Like a group voting on what they think is best for the entire group. But like, if there was multiple groups within the group, like you brought in like people from all over or whatever, and they had their own designated leader, then maybe put them on the council and they each can speak their piece.
Have a representative. Yeah.
I like that. But if you guys were like, hey, do you want to be a leader of these 50 random people?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be by yourself? I'd rather be by myself because there's a lot of responsibility there. What if, I don't want to sound bad, but people start getting eaten because of decisions you made or,
Yeah,
just,
a lot
hard.
just falls on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so, that goes back to, like, your group. How many do you let in, all that stuff. So it all ties together, people. It really does. There's a lot of decisions that have to be made in the apocalypse.
Depends on your situation.
It really does. I agree, so...
Okay, and my last question that I have marked down here, what traits do you possess at this moment in time that you think could help you in the apocalypse? But also, if you had to change something about yourself when the apocalypse was happening, what would it be? So, like, for me, a trait that I have that could help me survive is I have a lot of odd knowledge about survival shit, and I have, like, a survival backpack. I could contribute that to any group, and I think that would be helpful. And then something I would want to change about myself for the apocalypse would be definitely hunting and fishing. Like, I have no real knowledge of either of those, and that's something you need to be able to do in this kind of situation.
Yeah, I think for me, one of my strengths would be my brain, actually. I think, like, when it comes to, as the time goes by, I don't think zombies are actually the enemies, months, years later. I think you're going to have, like, tribes of people. So you're going to be able to have to get along with other groups. You're going to have to work, together. That way there's no, like, guerrilla warfare, pretty much. So you need to be able to work together, and I think I'm a good peacemaker. I think, I could lead. I think that's my thing, honestly. And I'm going to agree with you on what I would need to improve. Like, I don't hunt. I used to fish when I was younger, so I could do that. But hunting, you need to be able to hunt, So I would have to improve on that as well.
I guess my strength would be I wouldn't really be a burden to anybody in a group because I definitely give up food and whatnot for whoever else, and I'd definitely take a bullet for somebody or, be the one to #Carl it. Take the bite for the doctor. And I mean, I guess that's a weakness as well. But, yeah.
I'm going to say my strength. Just go with Pappy Harry's famous quote, just have some damn common sense. you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then my weakness, I think I would like to have like a lot more like serious tactical training, because I think those are the guys that are going to survive, such as maybe hand-to-hand or learning how to make certain types of weapons out of just random MacGyver stuff that you get.
Mm-hmm.
I need some MacGyver training.
Survivalist training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do a group survivalist training.
Yeah. We're not doing golf lessons this year, people. We're doing zombie apocalypse training.
On the golf course.
We're picking our teams.
You're either on the A team or the no team.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I think that was pretty good. I think we got some good information here. We hope that you guys learned something today.
Okay, last thing. Everyone, your closing statements. What's one thing you want people to take away from this zombie survival guide?
Don't get bit.
Yeah.
Mine would be always be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
You never know. It could happen at any moment, people.
Yeah, I think keep your on switch on in your brain. You can't take a minute off, or anything wrong can happen. And honestly, make good judgment. Just be a good person, but also be willing to make the sacrifices needed to survive.
Call JG Wentworth, 877 cash now.
All right, bye guys. Thanks
you
for
later.
listening.
Deuces.
See ya.